So I just rewatched Iron Will, so it is now time to do the review about it. But before I do, I just want to say, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you can not miss out on any of this other content. And believe me, guys, I'm gonna say this. Spoiler alert: I love this movie. So just to be clear, well, you'll see, guys. And also be sure to check out the View with Drew's channel because he watched this with me as well, and he will be posting a review for it soon. So the review to his, the link to his review will be in the description as soon as it actually comes out. So I will be sure to put that in there so you can check out his thoughts. So he and I did a watch along of it just a little bit ago. So I am very excited to talk about this. So shall we begin with the positives, of which is basically the entire film. So one of my main positives is the score, because it has this almost peaceful yet harmful, like it has this very peaceful nature to it that makes it just feel so satisfying in certain scenes. Of course, the one at the ending gives you a brilliant ending scene. You have a lot, and I mean a lot, of just super satisfying moments. You have Will, who's a great character and is played fantastically by I'm trying to think of his name. It's blanking on me. Hold on. By Mackenzie Astin. So he is fantastic in this film. He might be the best performance we had of 1994. Guys, I get it. Tom Hanks was great in Forrest Gump. Morgan Freeman was great in The Shawshank Redemption. Believe me, you trust me, this performance is out of this world, so he at least comes close, trust me. Don't be that biased about Forrest Gump and The Shawshank Redemption. This is very close to them, just saying. And another thing is that Will himself is just such a brilliant character, where you can tell that there's times where he gets, of course, one where his dog starts, the dad doesn't like him, starts barking after his dad dies, and he's just, gets ready to almost really hurt him, but he's pulled back, and he just forms a bond with not only this dog, giving him a character arc, but the dog himself has his own character arc where he learns to come at peace with Will and just accept him, and it just makes this thing feel so satisfying. And the villain here is really good, where he's definitely one of the most unlikable and just sheer terrifying villains that you could find in a film. He was definitely probably the best villain we had in 1994, I'm telling you that. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better villain. I mean, maybe Scar from The Lion King, but still, it's just such a satisfying film in all these regards, where, of course, the pacing is fantastic, and it also just shows how committed how committed Will is to do this, so that he doesn't lose the dogs, where you can tell this guy is suffering, he is hurting, and he is really just taking a big blow. So it's just such a satisfying film, and I adore it for that, and I absolutely love it. And it's a film where it's not really one that you can get at first. You need to give it a couple watches. If you're around the age I was when I watched it for the first time, maybe 6 or 7, you won't get it. It's a film that the older you get, the more you resonate with it, with the maturity of him bonding with his dead dad's dog, and in this dog sledding race that's really good. There's also other films like Togo, involving bonding with dogs, even though I don't think Togo is nearly as good as this. This is leaps and bounds better than things like Togo, Eight Below. Sorry, Paul Walker. No disrespect, you were great in the Fast and Furious franchise, but Eight Below is not that good. But anyway, I adore Iron Will. It's just one of those films that you would call a feel-good film, where it just makes you feel all warm inside, especially since it is in the cold, but just the way that some of these characters are with this, of course, this guy that's trying to buy Will out of the race. It's because he knows that he's going to win, and Drew actually let me in that guy actually plays Stryker in the X-Men movies. Brian Cox, yes. That Brian Cox is in this. You get Kevin Spacey in this film. Kevin freaking Spacey. What a great actor, and he is in this film, and man, he is good. He is just so... I mean, there's moments where he comes off unlikable, but at times it's kind of his charm where he's unlikable in a likable way, where you can tell at first like he's doing some things that could be scaring people, but his intentions are good in the back half, where in the first half you felt like he was only using him for the publicity, and then more like when you can tell Will is bordering on like dying, where he's just like chapped, he can barely move, and like he's just like no, and he just decides to help him out and is saying like, no, you need to get a doctor, we can't just keep you in this race. And Will's just like, no, I'm going through this. And it's just a brilliant exploration of all these characters in a way that it makes it feel true to the fact that this is what they would probably do, where Will is just determined, he's not giving up. And it's, I don't know what I can say about this film. It's just such a great film. Everything. I mean, it's never boring. There's not a single second that I do not like about this film. I absolutely love it. It's debatably my favorite film of 1994. I don't care, Shawshank Redemption fans and Forrest Gump fans. Trust me. Watch this. Okay, maybe Pulp Fiction. But it's one of these two. But just, wow. It's such a feel-good film that you obviously just really connect with as you get older, and where as soon as you like get into those like primitive teenage years, you like start connecting so much with Will in a lot of these ways, and it just makes it feel so satisfying and fun, which is something that I always like. And getting a character arc I also love, so that was also really, really just profound that they did that. So I loved this part about it. Another thing is that I like the design of the whistle that they have, like the da-na-na-na. Like, it is a brilliant... Ow! I'm gonna die from saying how brilliant this film is. But anyway, it's just so great in that regard, and everything about this film I love. And in terms of negatives, I have none. Zero. Considering this is a guy that can flaw The Dark Knight, which... just so you know, it has flaws. They're on screen. You could easily, if you were looking, see them. They are blatantly on screen. This, I would say this is actually better than The Dark Knight by a lot. I think that, and it's just such a feel-good film. It's just a film that I love. I don't think I have a single negative with this film, and considering I flawed The Dark Knight, that's a good achievement if I cannot flaw this film. Everything. If you don't believe me that it's just me being biased because I've seen this film several times, I only connected with it really on this last rewatch, not this one, the one before this one. And Drew also could not find a single negative. He loved it. This is why you guys should check this film out. So I'm going to tell you guys, I gave this a 5 out of 5. And I'm going to tell you this. Check this movie out. Go out and buy it. If you can find a Blu-ray copy of it, buy it. Just do whatever you can. Your homework is to watch this film. I need several comments. Put in the comments, hey dude, I watched this film and I loved it. I need someone, just one at least, to put in the comments that I watched this film. It is a magnificent film. I don't know what to say anymore. I adore this film. It's an A+ for me. Easy, 100% on the entertainment scale. Everything about this, probably one of my favorite films of all time, so I adore it. If you guys haven't checked it out, what are you still doing watching this film and watching this review? Go get your butt in your seat and watch Iron Will, because I promise you, you will love it. And that is my review for Iron Will, guys. That's where I'm going to leave you. Go check out Iron Will. You will not regret it. It is a fantastic film that has a lot of heart. It just makes you feel so warm inside. Go in, not with the expectations that I had, because it'll take you a few watches, or you may just resonate with it immediately. But just go and watch. And watch what you're going to see, and just think, this film is just such a great film. It is I'll just leave. Just go and see this film. It is a fantastic film. And definitely, probably, one of my favorites of all time. But that is just going to be my review for Iron Will, guys. Please, if you really enjoyed me just gushing about this film, loving it, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share this video so you can get more people watching Iron Will. Get at least 3 people to share this on their community tab so we can get Iron Will more popular, guys. This is our mission. Go watch Iron Will. Put it in the comments. Go share this video and then get other people to put this in the comments. Go do it. Come on, what are you still doing here? But anyway, this is my review for Iron Will. I adore this film. Great film. Definitely check it out.